Good morning, children. It's Mrs. Datar here, teaching geography for Standard 8. Welcome to the new interactive or new method of teaching, that is with the help of videos. I'm sitting at my home or in the school sometimes, and you are at your home. We will try to explain different subjects by different teachers, and I hope you will understand what we are teaching on the videos. These are the new techniques which I'm using. I'm using Zoom and I'm sharing my PowerPoint screen where you can see me and where you can see the screen where I made the PowerPoint presentation of the lesson. So if you are ready, we'll start. It is our school on your screen. You can see our school's emblem. Knowledge is a light. So very important for you, knowledge is a light. The second screen, that is our textbook, showing, I hope by this time you must have received your textbooks from the school because it was already ready for you for distribution. Very important. I'm going to start my teaching, and before I start, I want you to be ready with this. Your geography textbook, a ruler, a sharp and attentive mind, and willingness to learn and understand. Don't look what your mother is cooking for you, what your brother is fighting, or who is calm, whose phone call you are attending. No. Everything big no for all this, and concentrate to yourself what geography we are going to learn. Till 7th standard, we have learned the different concepts of geography. 8th standard, it's a secondary school. I want you to focus yourself in studying geography. To become a wise man, the knowledge of geography is important. Geography tells us how to live a successful life because whatever happening around us is being reflected in geography. The understanding of geography is very important for us. The first lesson in geography is about time. We always see a saying, time and tide waits for none. The heading says local time and standard time. Local time and standard time. It's a very, very important concept. I just want to tell you one example. Many of you believe or many of you won't believe in this. But in India, people follow the astrology. They say astrology was a science which was developed by our ancestors. In the astrology, where your Janmapatri, which is being made, they always ask the latitudinal and longitudinal extent, and they give the name of the place. They never say it is only in India, but they ask the name of the village, or if I'm from Mumbai, if I'm born in Pune, if I'm born in Calcutta, there is a time difference. So we have to find out what is this time difference is. If you have been born, not only in India, in different countries, they have a different time. Olden days, the people used to take wherever the images which are being found or the shadows which are being cast by them, they used to say this is this time of the day. But today, which we are very, very complicated state where every fraction of second is being counted, and you are late, then you are late. All of you experience, if you are late to the school gates are closed, you have to go home. And therefore time is important. It is not your watch, it is not my wristwatch, it is the standard time which is given in Pune for us. We follow that. There are different ways of calculating time. It is very important. Let us look what they are given in the text. They have asked the different questions for you. Of course, before starting the lesson, it is very important for us to address this question, that is to recall our memories. I have divided the lesson for your better understanding. Recall the concept of the earth and its motion. And the second part, we will try to understand the concept. What do we understand? The heading of the lesson is standard time and local time. Standard time and local time are two important concepts we will be studying in the next half. I have divided this lesson into 3 to 4 videos by covering 10 minutes. So please bear with me with all the 3 or 4 parts in which I'm going to cover the whole of the lesson. The first part of the lesson, we are going to recall the concepts of the earth and its motions. We know the earth is in the solar system. This is the sun and the earth is the planet. It is the third planet we call the earth is the inner planet. The earth has two motions. One is rotation. It rotates around its axis and it revolves around the sun. Whereas the earth has a satellite called as a moon. The earth has a satellite called as a moon, which revolves around the earth. Now, when we learn about all this, it's very important for me. It's very important for me to understand the different concept. What does this concept tells us about? I've used the two words. What is rotation and revolution? We all know that at some time we sleep, at some time we get up. We have one saying, early to bed and early to rise makes man healthy, wealthy, and wise. We want all these adjectives, all these verbs to be implemented in ourselves. They are explaining us the movement called as a rotation. Early to sleep, it means it is night. Early to rise, it means it is a day. It happens in the clock when we have 24 hours. This 24 hours, the earth completes one rotation around itself. The earth completes one rotation around itself. It means if this, I'm moving, I'm taking this bottle. If this is the sun, the earth goes around the sun. It means it complete rotation. It doesn't go along this. It goes on rotating. Can you see I'm rotating the water bottle with me? The earth is over here and I'm rotating this bottle, and this is called as a rotation. So the part of the earth is front of the sun and the part is not in front of the sun. The part which faces the sun, of course you all know that it is the day, and the part which doesn't faces the sun, it is night. And therefore, in the rotation, we have complete one rotation, it takes 24 hours. And to complete one revolution, we know that it causes the seasons. It complete one revolution, it causes the season. In the 7th standard, you learn a concept, apogee and perigee. Sun, Earth is closest to the sun, and the perigee, when the earth is farthest for the sun. The closest and the farthest, which have been the two concepts you have already studied in the 7th standard. Now let us understand what is rotation and revolution, which we talked about it. The earth, it is, for example, if I want to take the earth, I will say this earth is not the straight, it is not a circular, it's a semicircle. If this is the earth, it is not like this. If you assume that this is the earth, it is not like this. It has got a tilted axis. It is not straight, it has got a tilted axis. Now when I'm using the axis which is being tilted, this tilt, it is not straight, it has got a tilted axis. This angle which is being made by the axis with the rotation, if it is rotating like this, if this is the sun now, if the earth is moving, it is moving with 23.5 degrees, which is the tilted axis of the earth. That is very important for us to understand. All of you have noticed, sometime a part of your house you'll get the sunlight in some season, and sometimes the other part of the house you get the sunlight. It is not the same window you get the sunlight. And that's what is very important, because the earth, which is not straight, it is not straight like this, it has got a tilted angle. It is 23.5. It is not like this. It has got a tilted angle of, it is not like this. It has got a tilted angle 23.5 degrees. Not 23.5 degrees is the tilted angle. Now let us study more about it. What does rotation, which is being called as? How does the earth looks like? The earth, we always say, I've shown you with something which is round, which was available with me. It is, can you see on the screen, children? I have got two rounds for you. And on one I have written latitude, and on another I have written longitude. For you to understand, you have already studied this in the 6th standard. So I know that you are already aware about it. These parallel lines are latitude. When I say these are the parallel, they go, the hands are, when I put my hands straight, they don't mean they go parallel. It means they are straight, going in the same direction. They don't meet at any single point or converge at any single point. They call it as in latitudes. The latitudes are the parallel lines go in the east and west direction. They are called as in latitude. Very important. Can you see I have written in the picture 0 degrees and written equator. Equator divides the earth into two parts, northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere. Can you see the blue color line? See this blue color line which represents the latitudes, and the red color lines which represent southern hemisphere. Now when we talk about this, these part, I hope with my mouse I can show it to you. This are called as an latitudes. This is the line which is called as an 0 degrees equator. This is the line which are red in color, which are parallel, are called as an latitudes. This line of equator divides the earth into two parts, northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere. The another part which we call the eastern hemisphere and western hemisphere, which is called as in prime meridian. Can you see they are the parallels? Here you can see the semicircular lines. They are called as in longitudes. So how many latitudes and longitudes does the earth passes every day in front of this? Can we say only this part of the earth, the northern part will have a day and the southern part will not have a day? No, the whole of the longitude which comes in the part of the sun, when it is moving towards it, whether it is northern hemisphere or southern hemisphere, they will experience the day at the same time. Can you see over here? This the places on these longitude will have the day wherever in whichever the country they are. In the northern hemisphere, the length of the day might change. They definitely, not might, definitely will change, but they will experience the day. So these 180 degrees towards east and 180 degrees towards west are the two separate hemispheres. It's very important for us to understand that it is called as an eastern hemisphere and it is called as an western hemisphere. As you move from 0 degrees meridian, you know, we call it as in Greenwich time. I'll be showing to you Greenwich afterwards. Now 0 degrees towards the east, it is called as an eastern hemisphere, and when we move towards the west, it is called as an western hemisphere. Now earth has a rotation. The part which faces the sun has the day, and the part which doesn't face the sun has the night. The earth is moving from east to west. The earth is moving from west to east. This is west, this is east. It is moving from west to east. When it is moving from west to east, what happens? The part in front of the east faces the sun before, and therefore we know that the eastern part has the day before and the western part has the day afterwards. The earth takes, there are 360 degrees on the earth. There are 360 degrees on the earth, and earth takes 15 degrees to cross. In 1 hour, it crosses 15 degrees. This part has a day. So throughout the 24 hours, earth is covering 360 degrees in 24 hours. So it means in 1 hour, the earth crosses 15 degrees of longitude every day, every time. In 1 hour, it crosses 15 degrees. Can you see the spherical earth? This is the meridian which we are talking about, and this is the angle 23.5 degrees which they have shown. They have shown this is southern hemisphere and this is northern hemisphere. This is north pole, and we can see this is the part which a very interesting figure for you to understand, and very important for us to understand this concept. Very important. Now, which part faces the longitude? I said early to bed, early to rise makes man healthy, wealthy, and wise. So every day we have sunrise, we have noon, and sunset. What happened at the sunrise? You get up, get ready, come to school. When you come to school, what you wish us? Good morning, teacher. After lunch, what you wish us? You always say, good afternoon, teacher. When you are going home, what you wish? Good day, teacher. Good evening, teacher. So we are passing through all the stages and which we all have experienced. So your parents call you by 7:30, you better come home. Don't stop playing out. It is the night time. It is night time when we see that, because the sun has already set and it is dark. So it is night. Now we have seen over here in the diagram, the earth is moving around the sun. And we know that a part of the earth which faces the earth, we know that every part is moving. Every part which is moving in front of the earth, in 1 hour, it crosses 15 degrees. To cross 360 degrees, because there are 180 degrees east and 180 degrees west are the longitudes which are being found. To cross this 180 and 180, it is 360 degrees. So earth covers 360 degrees longitudes in one single day. And therefore it is very important. How many longitude does the earth crosses? Earth cross sect. It can be northern hemisphere or southern hemisphere. We know that all the longitudes meet at one point in the northern hemisphere or southern hemisphere. The latitudes are the parallel lines. They don't meet. They crosses 360 degrees longitude. The earth, I have already shown it is a 23.5 degrees tilted axis, and therefore the earth, this is the part of the earth. For example, summer, we had a long summer this time. The day, for example, till 7:15 there was a daylight. Now after 21st June, slowly we say the day is becoming shorter. The sun start moving, the angle is tilted. For example, it is not like this, it is being tilted. So this part of the earth which is being facing, it's completing one revolution. Slowly it start moving like this and the angle gets tilted. Here in the diagram you can see this part has a longer day, the northern part, because the earth is not straight, it is being tilted. So this part faces the sun. This part is not, the sun rays are not straight over here in the southern part, whereas in the northern hemisphere, the sun rays are straight. When the sun rays are straight and the vertical, the area which is being covered by the sun rays is maximum. Suppose if I'll take a torchlight and I'll put the torchlight down, I'll get more light on the ground. If I hold the torch tilted, we found the light is being spread for a larger area. isn't it? The same function happens with the sun. Sun gives more light, more energy in the northern hemisphere when the sun is in the north. We know that the earth, because it's having a revolution, a part which facing to the earth has a summer and the other part is night. Very important experience, we all have to know that. For example, we are all in the living in the northern hemisphere. We celebrate Christmas in winter. In southern hemisphere, in Australia, they celebrate Christmas in summer. That is what is one of the important thing to understand for all of us. The next important point which we have to understand, this earth angle is 23 degrees 30 minutes tilted, and which causes unequal distribution of day and night in the different season. So as I've already told, the summers are long and the winters, the nights are long. Here, the northern hemisphere is having summer, and here in the southern hemisphere, which is having a winter season. Can you see this? This is the part it is having a larger night, and this is the part which is having more short. This is the part having the longer day, and this is the part which is having the longer night also. Just it is very important for us to understand which part is having a long night and which part is having day and night are equal at which place. It is on the equator. You have the equal amount of day and night because it is in the center which divide the earth into two parts. And therefore equatorial areas, if you remember in 7th standard, we have learned experiences a seasonless climate. It rains every day. It's called as a tea time rainfall. If you remember in the 7th standard, I've taught you many of you. In the equatorial region, which is being found, which divide the earth into two parts, we have learned 0 degrees. Can you see over here on the in the diagram? This is day and night equal, which is on the equator. It's very interesting, the next diagram. It is very interesting and very important for us to find out. What is spring and the autumn equinox? And we have winter and the summer. Days are longer than the nights, and the nights are longer than the days. We always say that we sleep for a longer time. Do we sleep for a longer time? No, we don't sleep. The sun rises late and sets early. So the amount of duration we have a daylight is comparatively smaller part. When I go sometimes from the school in the winter, by 6 o'clock, it is already dark. In the summer, I go home after 7:15, it is still light. That happens only in Pune or in India. When I was in London, children, we know that in the summer, the day is so long, even 9:30, you don't feel like it is 9:30. When I was very young, first time I visited London, it was in summer. I was not remembering, I was not aware about the time. What had happened with me? At 8 o'clock, I thought of making a tea. And when I look at the, oh, it is 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock is a dinner time. We don't have a tea time. Am I right? Because there was the sun and we are used to, with the sun, you can have a tea. Because in India, we don't have this concept, long days. And when I was in the winter in London, the day when I used to go home to school, and I used to come back by 3 o'clock, 3:15, it was dark. The day gets over by 3:30, 3:40. You're dark. It means the people doesn't work. No people works like how 8 hours, 9 hours, whatever the time which is being required for them to work. But they have a long night. It means the presence of sun is very less in a limited period. And that's why it's very important for us to understand this. I say the concept of geography is very important for you, for a layman, to understand why and how it happens. If this earth would not have a tilted angle, the things would have been different. The things would have been different. Just imagine if I keep a source of light and keep something rotating, we would not have a different amount of season, isn't it? Because of the tilted angle. Now we found there is a differences in the different time of the season which we have which we talked about. If 23 degrees angle become 35 degrees over a period of time, so this effect will be noticed from 35 degrees north to 35 degrees south. This tilted angle which is being experienced is 25 degrees, 23.5 degrees north to 23.5 degrees south. It's very important for us to understand. During summer, it's a long day, and during winter, it is अनिल झाले तुझी मीटिंग?